What's up, Conkers? Welcome to the Conquer Rundown Podcast Sports Edition. My name's Amanda, and today I am joined by two members of the varsity boys basketball team. Feel free to introduce yourselves.
My name is Gael.
You can, whoever
My name
wants
is
to
Michael Orta, and I'm a senior.
I'm a senior too, I guess.
Okay. So thank you guys both for coming and joining me on my podcast. I really appreciate it. Okay, so first I want to share a brief recap as to what this podcast is. It's to bring a spotlight to athletes just to get to know you guys better. And we're just here to have fun and have a conversation. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first question I have is, how was your season this year?
Man. It was a good season. Like, I feel like I enjoyed my last year here at Los Altos, but definitely wasn't what we thought we could do.
It was fun, but it definitely wasn't what we thought it would be, as in how successful we would be.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So these next series of questions are for both of you guys. What would you say is your greatest strengths are?
I don't know about like the other guys, but me and him, we're very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, we're the top two most competitive guys on the team. So every day in practice, we're just going at it, and I think we just made everybody else better like that.
What about you?
I say my defense and like my ability to like facilitate and like get my teammates involved. Like just being able to control like the pace and the game, like I feel like that's what I do best.
That's kind of what I asked. What's your guys' work ethic like?
I say I have like a fairly decent work ethic. Like it's nothing crazy, but during season it was good, but right now not so good.
Why is that?
I don't know. I'm kind of like stuck in the middle whether or not I want to play in college.
Oh, okay. What about you?
I think my work ethic during the season was way stronger than it is now. I mean, I was going to the gym in the morning, in the night, multiple times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's really just once a day, or sometimes not even once a day.
Oh, all right. What was some of the greatest challenges that you guys had to face, either as a team or individually?
I say like individually, it was more just like earning my teammates' respect, because last year I didn't really play as much. So like this year it was just a fresh group of guys, so we all had to learn and like just adapt to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had some players come up from freshmen and others from JV. So it was obviously like we just had to come together and just go out there and make something happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think one big challenge was that we were very inexperienced. Last year only Preston played, and that kind of hurt us because most of us were new to playing a lot.
Yeah.
And that was difficult.
How's your guys' team chemistry? I know you guys like hang out a lot and you're always like, doing stuff at lunch. Like, are you guys close like now even after the season's over?
No, yeah, for sure. I feel like we had like the best team chemistry. It was more of just learning how to work together that we struggled with. Like we would always crack jokes. Like we would go out together all the time. But when it came down to like practices and games, like sometimes we'd bump heads. But it's a part of the sport, so.
Yeah. Would you say the same?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're very close off the court. I mean, those guys are my brothers, all of them. Even the guys on JV, hang out with them all the time. It's just more like the team was kind of just, we bumped heads sometimes, and it was kind of not how we planned.
All right. So this is a question that I've asked for like, it was a separate yearbook interview that I had. And I've always been interested. Does crowd energy affect you guys? Like on big rivalry games or like senior night stuff? Do you guys like feel the crowd's energy sometimes?
To be honest, like the Wilson game, like I'm not really used to playing in front of big crowds like that. But I say the Wilson game was like fairly packed. So yeah, it kind of just like it doesn't really make you nervous, but it kind of just makes you want to do more. You know, like
Yeah.
I mean, I would say the same. I mean, my dad's a coach, and when I was younger, I'd see all like the crowd, the way they impact the game, and I think that does have a huge effect on the game because, I mean, against Wilson when we were there, and their crowd was like loud,
Yeah.
and they came back, and like I know that crowd hurt us just as much as the team did.
Yeah. Okay, so now I have more like, I guess, more individual questions. So this first question is for Gael. I saw on, on social media that you played a basketball game with like other schools. I don't know, a couple weeks ago. Do you want to share a little bit about what that was?
that was like a SUV All-Star game. We played at Damien High School. It was a fun experience playing alongside like some of the best players in the area.
Yeah.
Met a lot of new faces, made some good relationships. Got to play for like one of my coaches that has been coaching me since I was in 5th or 6th grade. So it was obviously like a fun experience. I had a fun time. We also won the game, which was good.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so also a couple weeks ago we had the basketball banquet, right? So I was there to take a couple pictures. I was invited. And so, I was keeping track as to who was kind of winning some awards. Do you want to share some of the stuff that you won?
I got first team all league, second team all area, and then me and Preston both got co-MVPs.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so Michael, this next question is for you. So I follow your mom on social media. I hope she listens to this. She's funny.
She probably will.
So I've been seeing that you went to a couple colleges to take a visit. What colleges are you looking at right now?
Well, I went to visit Arizona State University. I also visited Cal Poly Pomona and Cal State Fullerton.
Which ones are you looking at the most? Like, which one showed your interest?
I already committed to Cal State Fullerton.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so now, again, these next... Oh, actually, no, I know what I'm going to do. I think we need to liven up the mood just a little bit. I have a couple fun questions that I wrote down. I want you guys to pull out your phones just real quick. This is funny. I just need to liven up the mood just a little bit. Okay, so you tell me, what is your most used emoji? I need cricket sounds. You have the cricket sounds? Okay, who wants to go first?
You want to go first?
I'll even pull out mine.
Like my most, like I use it all the time.
Yeah, which one is it?
I say like the crying emoji.
Do you, like, is there a reason, or you just
I mean, I don't know. It could go both ways. Like you could use it when like you're really sad or when like something's funny. It's kind of go
What's
whichever
yours?
way.
Mine is like it's like the confused face. It's like the raised eyebrow.
Oh, mine is also the crying emoji. I use that one a lot. I think it's funny. Yeah. Okay, so that was just a fun question I have thrown in there. I have another one, but we'll do that. We'll do that in a little bit. Okay. Tell me, how long have you guys both been playing basketball?
I mean, I've been playing basketball ever since I could remember. Maybe 4 years old.
Oh wow, that's a long time.
My dad's always coached, so like I've always been there. Ever since I was a baby, I've been to the games and stuff, and like he's kind of pushed me to do that. And then, I mean, at one moment he stopped like pushing me and let me kind of just figure it out on my own. But then that's when I realized that I really loved the game. So
okay. What about you?
I started I think 4th or 5th grade. Just like in a rec league. But I was always just involved with like different kinds of sports. I actually hated basketball at first. Like, I told my mom I never wanted to play it because my brother played. And then I used to play football, but I don't know. I was a big kid when I was younger, so I was like too overweight, and it became to like a certain point where I had to play against like older kids because of my weight. And I couldn't do that, so I switched over to basketball, and it was so like easy to work on your game. Like you could go to a park and they had a basketball court. You can't just do that with any other sport. You can't just throw a baseball to yourself. Like you can't just throw a football to yourself. So.
Yeah, that's all very true. Okay, so I have 2 last questions, and then I'm gonna get a little sentimental and emotional with you guys. But we're gonna do that after. Wow, this is kind of an emotional question. Who do you look up to the most? Whether that be a celebrity, a family member, even one of your friends.
I say my mom and my grandma, just because like they've endured a lot throughout their whole life,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom's like she's probably like one of the strongest people I know. So I mean, I just know whatever I'm going through, like I just gotta like keep going, you know, because she's still here, so I
Yeah.
still have to be here too, you know.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Michael?
I'd say my parents, my mom, my stepdad, my dad, all three of them just hard workers. Always wake up early, they work late, you know. Sometimes I'd have to wait here at school like an hour or two later because they can't get off work until that time.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely say my grandparents. I mean, they work hard. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but I think they work harder than my parents. They work hard. Like, my grandpa goes to work at like 4. My grandma, she doesn't work, but she wakes up early too and just makes sure there's food for my cousins. She watches my sister, and they just work hard. So I really like look at them as people that I look up to.
So speaking of parents, I'm sure most people know, but this year I got to work with you guys. Most people don't know, but I actually started off capturing the film that you guys watch, right, for like practices and the games and stuff. That's how I started off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started bringing out my camera. I'm like, okay, like let's just see how I do. And I started taking pictures up in the stands first. And so they were like, okay. And then, you know, I don't know. I think it was Caduce actually that reached out first, and I was in tears. I was crying that, oh my God, someone from the basketball team asked for my photos. Like, this is crazy. And then eventually my dad started coming, and he would take over the camera for me, and I was able to go down and get, you know, real photos for you guys. And you guys, honestly, I'm going to get a little emotional. You guys changed my life. Like, I'm being serious. You guys meant so much to me, that all of the support that you guys are the reason why I'm here, is both you guys and the rest of the team. I'm hoping you guys are listening to this. You guys really meant a lot, and the parents too really, really helped me. Gael, your mom was one of the sweetest ladies ever I've gotten to work with, and Michael, your mom as well. You know, they've always been really sweet to me, and I really appreciate you guys so much.
I appreciate you.
For giving me the opportunity to to be a part of your team and getting to work with you guys. It really meant a lot. Okay, so now that I got my emotions out of the way, I have another fun question for you guys. So just imagine you were a professional baseball player. What would be your walk-up song?
Oh,
Dang, that's a good question. That's a great question.
I found it on Google.
That's great.
Do we need cricket noises again while you think?
honestly, I'd probably say like
NBA Youngboy.
yeah, I'd say like Self Control by NBA Youngboy.
What about you?
To be honest, I say like the Darth Vader theme song.
Why would you pick that?
I don't know. It's just dark. It's just like you walk up, just
The
kind of send a
Darth Vader
message.
theme song. Okay, so I actually just thought about this. I have another fun question that this is the third time I've mentioned this on my podcast. The first time was with my friend Jocelyn, and the second time was actually yesterday with the baseball boys. What is your guys' Taco Bell order? I'm gonna make this a thing to ask on every
Dude,
podcast.
oh my gosh.
This is gonna be
I
my
love
thing.
Taco Bell.
What's your Taco Bell order?
I don't even know. Oh,
Dude.
no, I for sure get like those craving deals, like the
Facts,
$5 box.
facts.
Nah, those are good for sure.
Facts.
And it kind of just depends like how I feel after. Like if I'm still hungry, I'll probably get like something from like the value menu, something like that.
Okay, wait, but this is another important question. What's your drink of choice?
Baja Blast.
Baja Blast.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you
There's
gotta-
only one right answer.
Yeah,
Exactly.
What
I mean,
about you, Michael? What's your
me,
Taco Bell
I
order?
think the cravings box. I mean, and then I changed the chips and the nacho cheese. I changed it out for cinnamon twists.
Those are so gross. Those are so
Those are good.
gross. No, they're not. Those are not
And
good
then
at all.
I get a burrito on the side. I don't know. It's like the spicy one, and that's my order.
Oh, okay. So I had to throw that in there. It makes the conversation a little bit more fun, and we just kind of get to know each other a little bit. All right. So I want to say that's kind of it. I just want to end the podcast with, is there anybody that you want to shout out? Again, your friends, your family, anyone who would hopefully be listening to this podcast?
I just say my teammates, my coaches, my family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, big shout out to Michael's family and
Gael's family. Or friends.
Yeah, I say the same.
anyone listening to this, and who's made a big impact on their lives and made a big impact on my life. I really appreciate you guys. And one last thing, is there any social media that you guys want to shout out now that we're here?
Nah.
No? Okay. Okay, well, I will. If you guys want to follow the Conquer Rundown Sports Instagram, that's mine.
We already follow it.
Oh, thank you. I always see your likes, don't worry. I always see it. Yeah, that's where I share all my pictures and all that fun stuff. All right, well, so for more information about today's guest, feel free to contact us on any of our social media platforms. Search Los Altos Video on Twitter, Los Altos Video Production on Instagram, and Los Altos High School Video Production on YouTube. While you're there, please subscribe, comment, and share, as this helps our channels grow. Thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.